Hey, it's H here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on 4-hour time frame and looking at this current structure that we've had since the June 18th. We had a few different ideas for this, but overall the idea, one of the ideas was that we had a three-way move of any WXY or ABC here ending at these highs. That is one of the scenarios. The other one is that instead of having that ending here, we would have this as an ABC or WXY into W, three-way pullback here into X, and then looking for that way Y higher. Currently, we would be pivoting around the golden pocket. If we were to pivot right now, we would also be getting right around the 1.382 extension of this move here. So that looks pretty good as well. The other idea that I had shown you before was that we had W, X, and then looking for that way Y here. But again, this ABC has already gone a bit too long, so that's why I kind of prefer this idea where the way W would be here instead of here. So we don't have that extreme extension here for the C wave, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Now for this more local structure here, let's move on to that one and take a look. I'm showing you the more unlikely version here first. Again, as we were talking about this before as well. For this, I would have labeled this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 ending here. We don't have a truncation here. We did have that slight divergence as well, giving us some sense that it is possible that the end is here. However, again, the wave 4 is very small in time compared to the rest of the structure. Also, if the wave 5 would end here, we would be looking for a 38.2 retracement here. But again, we did not hit it here. This WXY did not get even close to the 38.2, so that's why I'm not even considering this to be a 5, 3, 5 somewhere down where as an option. But yeah, that is the only reason. The better looking structure here would be this as a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the wave 4 is very long compared to wave 2, but sometimes they are. We did not hit the 38.2 retracement either of that third wave for the wave 4, but again, it is not needed. We still can complete this structure like so into the wave 4 here, and then look for an impulse wave coming down from it. Now on smaller time frames, for example 5-minute time frame, we were discussing about this possibility of having this as a 5-way move before. Although it definitely looks better as a 3-way move, this is the only way I can get an impulse wave from these highs towards the lows. At the moment, there was also the possibility of did we have it like this as a 1, 2 on the previous video as a possibility, but again, these highs had been taken out in here, so we can't have this as a 1, 2 anymore. Now at the moment we only have this as a 1 A, B, C into 2. Now this wave B is very large, but it did not cross the 1.618 retracement of this A wave, as you see, so it is still valid. And then again, wave C is very impulsive to that wave 2. After that wave 2, we would be looking for targets of that wave 3, and I think that we are getting very close to it. On 30-minute time frame, we can see that okay, the lowest RSI is here. However, it is not that low as we would be expecting it to be. This wave 3 here definitely has a very low RSI as well, and on lower time frames, we don't see that really good divergence happening here. We did have a low here, so I think this was going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so this would be a third of fifth of this third, creating us that divergence that we would be looking for. Now generally where we would be looking for the wave 4 to happen, if indeed we are keeping this as the third of this white count starting from here, we would be looking at 20.6k around this box here where we have this previous wave 4. If we are going to go beyond this 20.88k area, then I would be considering this to be done. However, at that point we don't really have a good look here, and if we would be comparing this wave 2 to some of the structures here, I just don't see them having the alteration or having the possibility of being at the same count, I guess. So yeah, that is the reasonings behind it. This would be really out of proportion compared to this. Now, what are we looking for here on the wave 4 is something that has an alteration between this. We have here as an expanded flat. So here on the wave 4, we would be looking for some kind of ABC or a zigzag pattern. So A, B, and C, something like this. However, that is going to be very swift in price, and currently we are at the weekend, and again, I'm not quite sure if that is going to be happening. At the moment, this definitely feels more like some kind of diagonal here than anything else, more impulsive, but we'll see how it turns out. Now, if we want to be projecting targets a bit further out and looking for the correct possible completion of this whole move, I would be looking at these targets down here. Now, if we are again saying that, okay, sure, wave 3 is definitely extended here, we can be comparing this wave 1 for the possible wave 5 here. Again, if we are looking at that 38.2 retracement as the most common retracement area and the pivot point for that wave 5, we would be looking at possible 1.618 or 2.618 here, around 19.6k and 19.1k as the end for this wave 5. On higher time frame, that would be still lining up pretty well to our higher time frame targets, in which we would have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then looking for that 5th. 1.618 here did hit very well on these lows that we currently had, but again, to me, I don't think we are done here, because again, the retracements here, or the extension, the comparison between this wave 2 here and possible wave 4s is just not there. This is just looking so bad in comparison to this large move here. So I don't think we are done. So anything between this 1.618 and 2.618 is fine. Now let's see if we get any kind of daily or monthly levels there. There's a naked point of control and weekly naked point of control right around the 1.618 here as well. Tapped weeklies and tapped dailies right around here as well. But yeah, that would be something that I would be looking at as well. Now, if we are going to pivot up here and start to look coming down further, I would be looking for that divergence to form in here. If the price, or if the RSI is going to be taking out these current lows, then we could be assuming that, okay, the move is not over and this indeed is still ongoing of this larger time frame 3, and we would be looking for even lower prices for that wave 5 to happen and the pivot point higher. So yeah, that's that basically. If we're closing these guys up, to look out for what this means, this 5-way move. Again, as I was showing you the higher time frame counts, this would be a possibility for this to be an X wave of this move, or this would generally be the start of something new. But what is combining these both counts is that after these 5-way moves, we are either looking up at a 3-way move here to correct this move, or we would be looking at this WXY here and looking for higher prices. So these areas here are, to me, very good areas to look for long setups, as both of the higher time frame setups or the counts are looking at higher prices as well, as long as we get the conditions that we're looking for in here filled up. But yeah, that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover in Bitcoin at this very moment. If you made it this far in the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below, and for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video, bye bye.